Now, Susan, will you tell us how your life has transformed in this wonderful, wonderful work that you're doing? I am so excited. I'm so excited. Please share with us what that work is.
You know, there's many different ways of doing the tapping. There's many different points that one can use. The points that I use are points which are very easy. Some people do a few more. Some people do it, you miss out one of the ones I've got. It doesn't really matter. And this is not a thing where you kind of have to, oh, I've got to remember how to do it, you know, I've got to get it right and all of that kind of thing.
Okay. Within your booklet, do you describe the tapping?
Yes, yes, yes. And if you'd like me to, Monique, I can go through that with you.
I would love it, and I'm sure the viewers would too. A demonstration on what this is about.
Yes, so it would be helpful for me if we could take maybe something that you're experiencing. We don't want to, just some feeling that you're having, and then we'll do it with that. So that, and you'll be my guide, because I don't. In other words, I'm the facilitator, and yet you're giving me the cues, because it's about your experience.
Okay. Okay, so you know what? Let me just, I'd like to use something related to grief. I think that would be helpful.
Yes.
I remember, the guilt. I remember my brain, my mind would tell me, I would wake up and I would begin to remember that Brett had died. And my mind would say, he died because you weren't a good mother. And I stayed there for weeks, because that's all my head kept telling me. If you had done this, if you had done that, he would have stayed alive. He wouldn't have died. He wouldn't have killed himself.
Yeah.
So, how do you utilize tapping with those words? How do you move past those words with that sort of technique? Because even today, I mean, right now, when I allow myself to go back to my mind telling me this, I just want to scream.
Okay, so I'm just going to introduce the points. So if Monique, you can just follow me.
Okay.
Okay. So the first point is the karate chop point. I'm just holding my hand up high so that you can see.
Okay.
So basically, it's that soft part of our hand. Okay. So and you can either just tap like that. Yep. And you can put your hand down, Monique, if you want to. And unless you want the viewers to see as well. It's up to you. Okay, so what I want you to do now is just tap there. And you can do it like this on the other hand, or you can do it like this, or you can do it on the table, or you can do it on your steering wheel if you're driving somewhere. So, yeah, okay. It's the karate chop point. And I'm going to take off my glasses. Okay, then we're going to go to the top of the head. Okay, top of the head. So you can do it like that. I just kind of go around with my fingers. Whatever's comfortable for you. Yeah. Yeah. And then we go to the beginning of the eyebrow. So you can do it with two hands or one hand. So so I'll do it with two hands, and then after that I'll do it with one hand, because otherwise I'll be covering up my face. So beginning of the eyebrow, so where our eyebrow begins. And two fingers.
That feels good.
Or you can do either side. Yeah, whatever. So I'm just demonstrating the points. And then we go to the side of the eye. And at the side of the eye, I know this bone has a name, but there's a bone here. It's basically just side of the eye. Side of the eye. When I do this, I just immediately start relaxing.
Right. I want to exhale. I'm exhaling.
Yeah, it's very calming. Very calming. Very calming. under the eye, and again, there's a bony bit there, and we're not tapping hard, we're just, so either both hands or one hand. And I'll just do one hand so that you can see my face. And then we go to under the nose. So under the nose is basically between the nose and the lip. And then we go to what's known as the chin point, but it's not actually on the chin. It's in that, usually we have a little bit of a hollow between the lip and the chin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. And then we go to the collarbone point. Now, it's not actually the collarbone. I'll just show you. You got your collarbone. So, and if you follow down, and then there's two nodules, and you just drop off a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just drop. So I usually do it like this because it's kind of easy with one hand. Yeah. I can't actually see you doing. Can you adjust the screen a little? Or that doesn't really. Yeah. Just so I can see. Yeah, that's it. So some people just go like that. Some people go like that. I just go like it with my hand naturally.
Okay.
And then we go to under the arm. So under the arm looks a bit funny. Looks a bit like being a bit like a monkey. But under the arm, in line with your nipple, so it's about 4 inches underneath. So in line with my nipple. So you can either go like that. Okay, I'm holding up my arm just to kind of make it obvious. Let me tip my screen a bit. Or, I just call it the monkey point when I want to
the monkey like point. I like that.
Yeah, you like.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah. So, and those are the points I use. So I'm gonna run through those points again, just so that we just kind of get a feel for where they are. Okay, so we start off with the KC, karate chop. And then we go to the top of the head. And then we go to the beginning of the eyebrow. And then we go to the side of the eye. And we go under the eye. And then we go under the nose. And we go to the chin point. And the collarbone. It's very relaxing just doing this, isn't it? It's very calming.
It's wonderful.
And then we go under the arm. And then I usually end up at the top of the head again. Okay. Now there's lots of information about, because these are all endpoints of meridians on our bodies, and our meridians are like energy pathways. Okay, and there's lots of information that one can read and one can get, and then if you really want to know, which this point is deep, but we don't need to go into all of that, and I don't know them all anyway. I just know that the stuff works.
Okay.
But so if people want more information, it's easy to get that. So I'll just give you a quick outline of what we're going to do, but then I will helicopter again. I'll give you a quick outline of what we're going to do, and then I will probably not stick to the very basic recipe, but then I'll go back afterwards and I'll explain the basic recipe. The basic recipe just sort of doesn't use any sort of free-flowing language or bits and pieces. It just sticks. But I think it'll be better if I just use a little bit of kind of what comes to me in the moment. That might be right.
Wonderful. Okay. Go for it.
I'll explain the situation. So at the karate chop point, what we do is we do our setup statement. And that is, we state what the situation is for us now, right now. So it could be that I don't want to go on living right now. That's the thing that's coming into my head now. So I don't want to go on living because I can't stand this pain. Because that's my reality right now, whatever it is. So I state that. So I state my problem. And then, together with stating my problem, I then put in a positive affirmation. So it might be, and this again is something that must make sense for the person who I'm with, or make sense for you. Okay, because I might say, so even though I have this horrendous, horrible, whatever it is, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay. Or I might not be able to say that, or it might not fit. I might say, I accept myself and the way I'm feeling now. Or I accept myself and my grief. Or I choose to let go of this because it no longer serves me, and I choose peace and joy.